Welcome along to this first virtual hard hat tour of Boston Manor House, as we look around the house as it undergoes its restoration and refurbishment as part of a Heritage Lottery Fund funded project. Today we're going to be taking you around the house, showing you some of the work in progress and updating you on the things you might be able to expect to see once the work's finished. And as we hurry round, you're first going to see where we will have our restored stone porch. For those of you that know the house, there was a stone porch, a rather large one, guarding the entrance to the house. That's been taken away and has been completely refurbished thanks to Historic Houses Foundation funding, so that when you come in through the main entrance, you'll be currently underneath the stone porch and see it just to your right about there. We're going to go now into the lobby where there'll be a reception area. You can see some of the restoration work there on the stained glass at the top, all of which has been cleaned away to reveal that stained glass for the first time in quite a long time. More on the screen as we come around later, and a little glimpse of where the reception desk will be. Visitors, though, on entering will be guided to a room that's newly accessible for the first time. This was a former billiard room, a historic room in the house, but for a very long time had been given away to other duties and had been a kitchen, as in a modern kitchen. That has all been stripped out along with a partition, and this now, although sadly shorn of all its original features, will be an orientation room where people visiting the house for the first time can get a glimpse of the whole history of the house and the things that they'll see when they come to have a look around the rest. And let's do that now. Let's go and have a look around the rest of the house. So this will be the visitor journey, the typical one, if you're following the guidebook. And into here we come into the dining room. A first glimpse here at the new colour scheme still being put in. We've gone back and taken historic paint samples, and we've got lots of examples of the various periods over the house's history when it would have been decorated different colours. In this room you'll see a fantastic red and pink colour scheme, and at the top of the walls the gilding which will run all the way around, restoring another original feature not seen for a long time in Boston Manor House. We enter now the library space. You can see work underway here, bringing back a fantastic ceiling that's in this room that's currently being repaired and shored up. Again, paint analysis has shown us some interesting colours here, and the scheme, although similar on the ceiling to what you see here, the room will be completely redecorated, and this will be one of our two special exhibition galleries. We come now to the stairs, and more of those later, but back we go through the screen where you saw the stained glass earlier, into the lobby and turn left at this point, and that takes you to the service stairs. And as we go along, we're going to head towards our new cafe. You'll see on the left hand side here our brand new loos, and as we move forward, here we go, here are the new loos, an accessible loo, a ladies and a gents, giving a fantastic view of the park. And don't worry people, those windows will be frosted over at the bottom. We move now through to the lobby. Just to the right there is the brand new lift which has been installed, sitting mainly within the bounds of the house that will provide access to all 3 floors. We come now into the cafe space down this ramp. You see the plywood there, that's the door which will lead into the house and the cafe from the park. This will be one of the other 2 main entrances to the house. You look back there, your route as if coming through the park. You'll head there with the lift in front of you, giving you access to the house. And now the rest of the cafe from that door. So we'll have a serving counter here, a kitchen just behind here that will obviously not be accessible to the public, and lots of seating both inside and outside on the grassed area there, looking out over the fantastic Boston Manor Park. So we'll pick up at the route again at this point. This would be you coming in from the park, coming around through the back of the cafe, presented with the lift which will give access to all floors of the house, back around, heading towards the lobby. There's a huge amount of historic features still available in the house, including this very old water pump that we think could have been used for fire prevention reasons, but more of that research to come. And we head out past the screen, back from the lobby area, and up the main staircase. Now, covered over here to the right are the trump door, and this whole fantastically conserved staircase is original to the house. So it's got a lot of protection on it at the moment to make sure that it stays in the best condition it will be. But again, this will all be restored, so we'll have a fantastic new entrance up to the main rooms. And you see there the stunning cedar tree which sits looking over the house and has done for quite some time now. We head upstairs onto the main landing outside the staterooms. We have 3 staterooms, and as you look round here, the stairs continue to go up. There's the trump door that was covered over on the previous levels, but the stairs, as you can see, are still protected. Now, these stairs do lead up to the fantastic and stunning Boston Manor wallpaper, and visitors will be able to come up these stairs to this landing that we're heading to just now. And then to the left, you get a glimpse of the currently protected wallpaper, which is being restored and conserved. You can just see a little glimpse there underneath the protection. The majority of the wallpaper sat there, but just there's a glimpse of the Boston Manor wallpaper, and that wallpaper is being restored, original wallpaper from the 1750s, and we'll be reproducing that wallpaper as we believe it would have been all the way down the stairs on those walls. So all those walls you'll see will have reproduction wallpaper of the original, and it should be quite a spectacular sight for anybody visiting us. Fair to say, we can't wait to see the effect that that has on this space. Especially as this landing is really the focal central hub that gives you access to all the other really fascinating rooms off this. And this is the first of those rooms, the state anteroom, being restored. So in future there will be fabric on the walls. You can see again, just for orientation there is the cedar tree. And as we turn round, you'll see this state anteroom has had quite a lot of work if you were to know it before. The fireplace remains, but we do now have the wood panelling around it, restoring what we believe would have been there. Appropriate to the period, and there's a lot more to come in this room, so keep tuning in for these future virtual hard hat tours. Another room in the same position, this is the state bedroom. You can see the woodworking being restored there as well. Much more to come there, and this will be a way for visitors to come round into the main stateroom. And there you can see the spectacular original 1620s plaster relief ceiling. The restoration process has already been well advanced on this, restoring it to its original colour and composition. It really does look spectacular. I can tell you in person it's so much more spectacular than it even appears here, and that's really saying something. We think you'll agree. Tons of work to do still to this room. There will be fabric hangings on the wall, and it will look very different. So this is a view of the room that not many people will get to see. Our fantastic fireplace, again, been restored back to what we believe a slightly different colour to the ceiling, as would have been appropriate to the time, but the paintwork analysis we've done does suggest that this plaster ceiling was this creamy white colour. We'll head back out of that room now, and to 2 rooms that visitors would never have been able to see before. So into the left, this room was given away previously as a flat and had fallen into quite serious disrepair. What we did find, though, were 2 of the original wooden panels on the left of the screen there. And from those wooden panels, we were able to get colours that allowed us to put the wood panelling back to the colour that would have been original to the period we've selected. And this whole room now, on 3 sides, is restored to that stone-coloured wood panelling. Apart from the wallpaper that we uncovered as part of this process, you can see at the end there, either side of the batons. This in itself is really interesting historic wallpaper that we'll be interpreting on site and that we're going to protect and leave there. We really want to show the story of how the house has evolved over time. And here is another room which previously was given over to a flat that visitors wouldn't have been able to see. So this panelled room is really quite a spectacularly wood panelled room. Over on the left of that room will be the entrance through a cupboard that we know used to be one of the family members who lived there. The Clitheroe family had this as his personal safe. So from that room, in what was a safe room, is where our lift shaft comes up through a void behind this room. Our lift shaft is running predominantly through the house in a void and has really had a quite minimal impact on the historic fabric. But this will be one of the ways through to make this floor, for the first time, fully accessible. And this is one of the rooms that will tell the stories of the family that lived here for the vast majority of the life of this house, the Clitheroe family. Now you can see the stairs heading upstairs here. We're going to speed up a little bit. You can see the fantastic view of the house, looking out over the park. But these rooms sadly lost the majority of their historic features. And this is where we're going to pop out in the lift. So you get to see the fantastic lift shaft. But these rooms, as I say, they're going to be meeting rooms. Sadly shorn of most of the original features. It's going to be another function of the house that we have meeting rooms that are available for anybody to book for a day, or even shorter than that, in fact. And it will give some income to the house as well. So this will be a space that will be for hire. We head back downstairs now. This is the service stair that the staff would have used when the house had staff, and this will be a way out for visitors when they go, as we speed along, out through the lobby, back outside, through the scaffolding. The house is currently still being conserved, and we talked earlier about the lift. You see the lift shaft poking up at the very top there, just next to the Belcroft, where we have restored much of the roof. The historic house is going to be worked on for quite some time, and this will be the front way in, but we'll have two ways in, one from the main road and the other from the park as we make our way round. You get to see here the back of the historic house, a real higgledy-piggledy mix of different types of window, actually great testament to the history of the house, one where the family were constantly adding things, so it doesn't look particularly symmetrical. And from here, you look out along the service wing. You see the plywood door there. That is the one that we were talking about in the cafe and will be an entrance. This whole area outside the house will be landscaped and make a fantastic, accessible way through, as well as a nice place to get some refreshments before you head in, or on your way out indeed. We hope you'll join us again for some future hard hat tours. We hope to be able to offer some of them in person, but we'll continue with the virtual tours as well. We hope you've enjoyed this hard hat tour as our contribution towards Boston Manor's participation in Open House. Be sure to give us a follow on social media. You can find us in all these places. And please do subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. We hope to be back with more content very soon. Goodbye for now.